Hello, Stephen Mills here, and welcome to another podcast. It's great to be back with you and great to be sharing some thoughts that I've had in terms of business growth. Now today, and I don't want you to click off just because I'm going to say this word. Today I'm going to talk to you about motivation. And you're thinking, oh no, is a goal setting session coming? Well, you're wrong. I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is just talk to you very briefly about how important motivation is to us all. You know, the actual word motivation actually breaks down in terms of motive for action. Motivation, motive action. It's the motive for action. And, one of the biggest problems that I see is people don't have the motive for action. In other words, most businesses don't have goals and things. They don't have aims. Now, as I said, I'm not going to talk to you about what goals you need to set and when you need to set them and having SMART goals and all that sort of stuff. That's not the purpose of the podcast today, but it is to get you thinking about, your motive for action and what are you trying to achieve here? Is this about money? Is it about free time? Is it about quality of life? What is the motivation behind you and your business? Now, whatever answers that you've come up with there, we've got to ultimately take action. I see so many businesses when I ask them, generally I ask them questions around where are you now? That's how I start off a meeting, what's actually happening in your business, what you're turning over, how much profit are you making, how are things progressing in the marketing side of your business, how many leads are you creating, where are they coming from, those types of questions, which are obviously, key questions for me in terms of helping people, because I need to know where are they now, and then importantly, where do they want to go. And so, the motive for action is a real key. So, is that to grow by, do you want to go from 150,000 to, 150 million, and therefore you've got, potentially a really large, increase and, a massive, hopefully anyway, a massive motive for action. Or, you're just looking to, basically tick over on your 150 grand a year and earn some money and be happy and have more time and work 4 days a week and so on and so forth. So I suppose my real objective for this podcast is just to get you thinking about, what is your motivation? What is the motivation behind your business? Because without having that, without knowing, in my experience, and I'm sure the experience of, literally every other business advisor in the world, from, a Tony Robbins or a Richard Branson or whoever down, they will all talk to you about the same thing, and that is, setting goals and having a motivation. And without that, you really probably are not going to achieve the results that you could. And that's really what this is all about. And my belief as well about motivation and goals is to make them big. How much effort are you going to put in to grow your business by 5%? The answer is probably 5% of the action that you could take if your aim was to double your business in the next 6 months. If you were really committed to doing that, would it be possible? Well, I don't know. I don't know you and I don't know your business. But what I do believe is that, I go back to my table tennis days. Most of you who've listened to my podcasts on a regular basis will know that I used to play table tennis at international level. And my motive for action was always to be world champion. Why would you aim for anything less than that? I never achieved that. I never even got anywhere near achieving that. But I did have a huge motivation. I had a huge goal. And so I worked my socks off. I literally did. I spent hours and hours and hours practicing. Sometimes I'd be practicing 7-8 hours a day, and then I'd go running and training after that. And, I did that for probably the best part of 10 years. And so, my motivation to do that was very, very high. And in sport, as in with business, the difference between winning and losing is often very, very small. The difference in table tennis, when it's 20 all, and you're in a tight match and you've got 1,000 people in the room, wanting either you or your competitor to win, the difference between winning those next 2 points at deuce and losing them is often very, very small. And so it is in business. The difference between being on the first page on Google and not is often the difference between actually, getting the lead in the first place or not. And even if you get the lead, the difference, if typically people may, have, see 2 or 3 people get a couple of quotes, that type of thing, then the difference between winning the, £10 million order and not, the guy who finishes second, who, it was close between two companies, but we decided to go with company A rather than company B. Company A gets the £10 million order, and company B get absolutely nothing, even though they were only a microsecond or a micro amount, less than probably 1% difference. Who knows? It might have just been the small thing that made the big difference. But anyway, that's my message here for today. Think about your business, think about, yourself and what motivates you, but also, set some written goals. I know I said I wouldn't talk about it, and I'm not going to talk about what they should be, but, really, if you're going to grow your business, let's see some goals. Let's see some key targets that you've got, and, and then you can start the process of working towards them. So that's about it for now. If you want to know more about me and what I do, go to stevemills.co.uk. I've said that wrong. Go to stevemills.co. stevemills.co. Okay, not stevemills.co.uk, because you won't get me if you do. So www.stevemills.co. Thanks ever so much for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you again next time. Thank you.